Good morning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I just got up, had a shower, put some little bit makeup on. How was our first night? It was very, very warm, and we had to open the window because it was just unbearable hot. Don't know why. We just switched off air condition like before going to sleep, like maybe 2 hours before. And with this small window, it didn't really help. We couldn't open really wide. We were worried that in case of rain, we didn't want to get flooded. And besides that, outside, I don't know who, but they decided to do like car racing. So it was so loud. Like, oh my God, I just couldn't sleep. It was just so horrible. Never mind. Today we're going to Dresden, which is in Germany. And from Prague, we're going to take a bus, which will take like 2 hours to Dresden. Weather-wise, possibly like few degrees to -3, -4, with possible little rain and snow. And it's probably a little bit slippery. But and then we are not going to have a breakfast now because the breakfast is just from 7:30. So we ask for breakfast to take away. So maybe I can just record later on what we had for breakfast, what we were giving for breakfast from the hotel. Okay, that's all for today. I'm just gonna get ready, pack some stuff, and then I will see you later. This is what we were given by the hotel. 2 sandwiches on white bread and some veggies and some fruities. And there was also a yogurt, but we left in a hotel in the French. We will be shortly arriving to Dresden. We're going to buy a daily pass. We want to see Bastei Bridge, and we have to take a train and then I think change the bus, and then walk maybe about 15 minutes to get to that bridge. And then we're going to go back to Dresden, and we're just going to see the city, and then we're gonna come back to Prague evening time. Because we had to cross the border, we had inspection, and I didn't have any passport or ID. I had only driving license, but they didn't say anything. I'm just glad I had a driving license. So there was no problem, but I was actually surprised there was a check at the border because it's European Union. We shouldn't have any checks, so I wasn't actually prepared. So just to be aware, they are checking actual passes. See you in Dresden. Dresden station. We are in Dresden train station, and we have our train to Pirna, 8:59. We are on a train now, and we bought this ticket actually. This ticket, that's the daily pass, and that's 20.5 euros, and it will allow us to use a lot of public transport to unlimited zone around this area. And this is the proof of buying the ticket. So you have to have it with you, and you have to validate this ticket before boarding the train. That's a must. I have to just specify something details because
Stadt wählen. Bitte achten Sie auf den Abstand und den Höhenunterschied zwischen Zug und
the
Bahnsteigkante.
train which we are taking, we taking to
Ausstieg rechts.
station Kurort Raden. Because if we would have to take a bus, we would have to probably pay, because bus doesn't include, and from there it's gonna take less walking path. We would possibly have to walk more than I was expected. If you are going to jump in the station, just bear in mind that there's no bridge to cross to the other side. So I think we have to take ferry, which is €3 return. There's no other way. There's no bridge here. We could walk. Kuba just bought a ticket, and he's saying his return is
For two people.
for two people is €3, which
No,
is not that bad.
€3 for one person.
Oh,
€6
because you
together.
paid six. Oh,
Six.
yes. So it's 3 per person return, and he paid 6. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go and catch our ferry. That was a little bit unexpected, and added a little bit like time. Took our time, which we have very limited, 8 hours to do everything. So there is a bridge, Bastei Bridge. We are going to somewhere there. Takes about maybe, hopefully 40 minutes to get there, and we are waiting for our ferry to come. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long. It's beautiful here. Really lovely houses. I think the ferry is just approaching. Lovely and peace here. We can hear the bird, and there is still some snow remaining in some areas. There is a snow, only like leftovers, but it's a little bit cold. It's around, I think I would say 4 degrees, 4 degrees. So we're gonna walk, so we're gonna get warm for sure. And I have hot tea in my thermos, so we're gonna be all right. We thought that that's the paddling boat we're gonna have to take to swim the other way, to the other way of the river. Thank you. Okay. We'll see how long it will take to get to the other side of the river. Probably like maybe 5 minutes. And we are moving. And if you cross the bridge, there are toilets for free, public, so don't worry if you have to use the toilet. It's a lot of snow here, but it's not that cold. You have a lot of steps here. Unfortunately, you cannot use the drones. There is a picture. I checked because I bought a drone as well, and I can't use it. But I read it that we are not allowed to use a drone, so I didn't bother even to take with me. And behind me, look, it's so cool. All these trees just growing like that. In case of heavy rain, you have shelter here. You can just hide. I think it's just started a little bit drizzling, so I hope it won't rain a lot. Oh, we are just so high now. Wow, look at this amazing rocks. They are so huge, and I think there's one of the viewpoint. I'm gonna go in a minute. I guess you can walk around there. Wow, so beautiful. Wow. And there's a train coming. There's a ferry. It's just approaching on our right hand side. The ferry which we took before. Beautiful rock formations. Beautiful, I love them. And they are like colors, full of colors. Wow. Wow, I think this place is definitely must see if you want to escape from crowded Prague. and you can do a day trip, but just check the weather. Oh my god, this is where we are going. Wow, honestly, this place is perfect to inspire, to make some movies here. Beautiful place. Is this a door? I think so. I think we are almost there. I think Kuba is just standing there. I can see his head there. Say hello, Kuba. So it takes about half an hour to get to the top. Obviously, Kuba came earlier because he didn't record as much as I did. So just bear that in mind, half an hour to come up here. And there looks like someone lived here before. I think Kuba got hungry. He's munching something. We didn't reach the point yet. This is just a second viewpoint, and there are people just there. That might be it there. This is the second viewpoint. One of this entrance is locked, so we can't go there, but you can see that bridge there. And from here to get to Bastei Bridge is 10 minutes. There was somebody, maybe, must have lived here before. There is a wooden fence everywhere. And even in this weather, like today, there are people visiting this place. So yes, wow, we are really, really high now. Oh my god, there is another viewpoint there. Oops. There's definitely more and more people here as you come closer. Wow. Amazing place. Kuba. Kuba is taking time. There is a queue already, but he just doesn't care. Wow, this place, even from here, wow, it's an amazing place. Wow. If you can just read in German, you can translate for me in a comment below. Thank you. "10 minutes is definitely not enough to get to that bridge because there is so many like viewpoints here, and you are literally stopping every like 5 seconds. So it probably take you half an hour." And you have some restaurants here in case you get hungry and thirsty. You can probably use the toilet there. The stairs there, they are so steepy. You have to be very careful because they can be very slippery. So steepy. So nice area there. And here you have another picnic area, and picnic area and another viewpoint. No smoking. But why? Wow. Spectacular. It's like hanging on the edge of the rock. Beautiful. It's a little bit foggy, but you can still see a lot. I think it was better earlier on. I think we are just higher now, so the fog is just coming a little bit down. Kuba, what do you think?
Really nice.
Really lovely. It's 11 past 11. So all the journey, so we left the ferry. It was around 10 o'clock. By the time, I took like half an hour, maybe a little bit more, and we going down. So it took us over 1 hour, and we didn't stay like 10, 15 minutes in one spot. We just took pictures and we just left because we don't really have much time. We're going to catch again ferry and train to Dresden. And I won't be recording anything else because there's no point. You've seen everything already. So see you maybe in Dresden. Bye. This is the Jenice building in Dresden. I would just write down the name of this guy who actually built this building. It was built as a factory of tobacco, and it looks like mosque. Is really recommended this building to see in Dresden. In this building, there are theater and two restaurants. And this building doesn't look like tobacco factory at all. But it just looks so cool. Oh, you see? You need a theater. From this perspective, it looks so cool. It looks like mosque. Totally like mosque. This is Catholic Cathedral. And this is some other building. This is famous baroque church. It was originally built in 18th century and completely destroyed by Second World War. And it was rebuilt stone by stone and reopened in 2005. Wow, this church is so beautiful. Look how many people is here. Considering this church was completely destroyed during Second World War. That's amazing. Me and Kuba, we had the same thoughts that this church looks a little bit like a theater where you can just sit around there or walk. Wow, amazing. Today, this church is powerful symbol of rebuild and power in Dresden, with a stunning dome where you can see it from all around the city. It looks really impressive. This church is icon of Dresden, and I think they can be proud of whoever actually built that church back. I don't know if this is like the original state, but it's really impressive. And this church is Lutheran church. And this is Holy Cross Church. This is one of the oldest church here. This church was rebuilt after a few fires and war damage. One of the boys' old churches in the world. We couldn't find entrance to this church and we couldn't enter, but there's only enter of just over there if you want to go onto this tower, but there is a fee. We don't know exactly how much, but there's a fee to go there. Up there. If you are hungry and you are dreaming about langosh, Hungarian cuisine, you can get langosh here, and it's around 6.99 or 5.99 euros. And this is apparently most beautiful dairy factory in the world. Let's have a look inside. Apparently you are not allowed to take any pictures, but let's have a look. I haven't seen any pictures where there was forbidden to video. These tails all around, they were apparently hand painted. Beautiful. This is actually milk shop, not the factory of dairy. You can go inside and have some. There's a cafeteria if you want to, but prices are a little bit high. And there was a note that payment only by cash, so we just left because we can just find something to pay with the cash, a card. That was a cool bus. I don't know what was that. We have arrived to Prague, and Prague in these lights is just beautiful, so lovely. We're going to eat now Czech cuisine. To end this beautiful day, we decided to come back to the same restaurant we dined last year. And because everywhere else, when I choose, because today is my choice to choose the restaurant, and it's Saturday night and it's packed, just packed with people. In this restaurant where we are dining, this is packed as well, and people are still coming. But luckily we got the table, so I ordered duck with dumplings and with red cabbage and non-alcoholic beer. And Kuba went for wine roll, and I think he wanted to have same side dishes like me, but I think he would have to. That would be, I think, extra charge. So they are not so keen to just change the side dishes, and I would just take video of the dish we having tonight. Wow, this is my meal. That's a duck with potato dumplings and red cabbage, and Kuba's is looking like this. Kuba, are you happy to have finally have something to eat? Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Kuba, what do you think about this restaurant?
Food was really good, delicious, I would say. The portions were really good as well. I could highly recommend.
And can you remember name of the restaurant?
I don't know if I pronounce properly, but it's Bredowski Dvor.
I think you're right. Yeah, it's really good, and sizes of the portions are really like great. They are really generous with the food, and we just say to waitress, but that we are very happy with our meal, and she's like, "Oh, if you are happy, I am happy." So we're gonna go back to our hotel, and tomorrow we're going to Český Krumlov, and see you in a next vlog. Bye.